What is up guys, it's bluesfpl and welcome back to another Fantasy Premier League video on my channel. Today I'll be going over my GW26 team selection, so let's get started. So as you can see, my final points were 93. I'm really happy I didn't use any chips this week, and 93 points was way above the average. I'm just going to go through my team and its points just for a little bit, and then I'm going to go into my team selection, because this game week I have a feeling this could impact the rest of the season, honestly. If you choose good players, you could set yourself up for 29 if you don't have a free hit, a wild card after, and you're good. If you choose bad players, you might end up with some iffy fixtures, so you really have to kind of plan things out. So yeah, I'll show you guys my Microsoft Excel sheet. It's basically Ben Crellin's, just with my team in it, and yeah. So my overall rank is 25k. Amazing. I didn't think I was going to get 25k. My goal for the overall rank this season is inside top 10k. We're well on that, but we can't give up. I mean, there's still 13 game weeks left. So yeah. So here's my players. As you can see, the Leeds boys are probably the best. In the first game against Wolves, they didn't really do anything. They were very unlucky to concede an own goal that hit the post and bounced off the goalie Meslier. It hit his back and went into the net, so Dallas lost a clean sheet point. Dallas lost 4 clean sheet points. Rafinha lost a clean sheet point. Rafinha was honestly, if you captained him, I wouldn't be too surprised if you're kind of upset. He deserved way more than just one goal. And even that goal was just a free kick. The amount of passes that were possible assists, and his teammates just kept wasting them. Helder Costa comes in mind. I think it was against Southampton. He's 1v1, almost like the last minute of the game, and he hits it right at the goal. I mean, come on. You have to score that. So Rafinha deserved a lot more. If you captained him, good job. I just don't want to go with him. Going against a template this week, I don't think was the best choice. Obviously, it worked out in hindsight, but yeah, before going into it, of course, Bamford's the lowest scoring Leeds player, but at least we didn't drop in rank, and as you can see, we went up really high. I wonder if we captained Rafinha or Dallas, how high we would have went, but that's for another day as just speculation. Another player was Fernandez, again, really consistent. I believe he got a penalty, and I think it was a penalty and an assist. So really good from him. That's a thing I want to talk about. Salah versus Fernandez, I wanted to get rid of them. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Gundogan surprisingly did play. I did start him and Grealish. That's why Grealish is first on the bench. I expect them both not to play and Antonio and Calvert-Lewin to come on. Honestly, at the beginning of the week, right after the deadline, I was kind of contemplating like how bad is my team going to be. Antonio looked like he wasn't going to play. Gundogan wasn't going to play. Grealish wasn't going to play. I wasn't sure about Calvert-Lewin, who actually was benched and came on, and he got an assist from a interesting penalty, rather the least. Antonio scored, which is good, but for the rest of the game, he didn't look that great. So, unlucky to not get him off the bench for Gundogan, but in hindsight, of course, this thing happened, but I didn't think he was going to play, so I think I made the right choice with what news we had. So, going into my team, now, obviously, I'm not captaining Antonio this week. I'll talk about my transfers. So, this is my team. If you look at it, let's go into my transfers. So, if I do go to my watch list, these are all the players I'm possibly looking at. I already have Grealish, but this is for a plan to get him back after he's back from the injury, hopefully sooner than later. I hope he misses out on these 2 games in this game week, and hopefully comes back for the next one, so I can kind of see how he's doing. And if he's doing good, I can get him in for the possible double game week 28. So I'm removing Grealish, I'm removing Antonio. Antonio plays City, Grealish is injured. I think these are obvious picks out. They both have a game week 29, which stinks, but they're possible double game weeks. I believe game week 28. We'll go into that just 1 second. So I'm getting Kane in here for Antonio. So possible double game weeks, and these game weeks can cover the game week 29, because if you've play twice in 28, then it covers obviously that one game that you might not play in 29. So I'm getting Kane in. I think this is probably obvious. I'm not sure about Watkins since Grealish is probably going to be out. We saw last game he wasn't that involved. Overall, the Aston Villa team didn't look that great, so I don't think bringing Watkins is good. If you have him, I'd keep him. I'm getting in Kane. I think it's fairly obvious. Triple captaincy possible, and yeah. So then I'm going to bring in Barnes, just the best player. Another player to look at is Lookman, but his return is not great, and Fulham don't look that attacking. They look more defensive with their 5 at the back, or possible 4 at the back, depending on how they play. I can't afford Son, and he's not in the best form. So for now, I think Kane is probably a better player than Son. So this leaves me with 1 million. So my problem is I have to play a defender this week. I could just play Dallas, sure, but long-term wise, not great. Soufal, I think that's how you say his name. Fixtures, not great. 29 is good, but these 3, not really great. Maybe 27, but definitely not this week. So I'm probably going to have to remove Lowton. He does have a double game week, but I see Tottenham and Leicester both scoring. Hence why I'm bringing in Barnes and Kane. So we get rid of Lowton. Now we have 5.5 million. Now, here's the thing I'm contemplating. So we can easily get Dyer, but Spurs' defenses have been really bad. I think they've lost the last 6 out of 7 games or something like that. Not great at all. So, and also there's a rotation risk. All 3 of their defenders, Sanchez, Alderweireld, and Dyer, there's rotation risks right now. So I could go for this, but I don't know how I feel about this. We could also get an Aston Villa defender, but then if I want Jack Grealish back, unless we find out news it's going to be gone for like a month, if I want Jack Grealish back, I probably want Ollie Watkins instead of Target, just because their defense has been looking kind of shaky. If Matty Cash is out, I don't want Target right now. I could go with a Brighton defender, but then again, they don't have a double game week, and then you're removing a double game week player for a single game week player. We saw Brighton struggle to score against Crystal Palace, and Palace actually came and won that game. One of the weirdest games I've ever seen in my life. 2 shots, Brighton totally dominated that game. I think there was only 2 times that Crystal Palace were in their box, and of course both 2 goals. Not really too confident in the Brighton defense right now. So I do think I'm going to bring in Digne. Now, if this actually loads, I'll bring him in. Okay. So Pereira is another option, but he doesn't play in Game Week 29. Another does Digne, but I think Digne has a better possibility. We can go into this. So his fixtures are great. He's attacking, especially Game Week 26. Now, if we go into my Microsoft Excel sheet, so this is what I'm looking at for my transfers and long term. I'm looking to bench Digne next week, but there's this possible double game week in Game Week 28. Now this double game week covers Game Week 29, obviously, if there is one, because a Burnley and Villa fixture covers if it was just Burnley and if it was just Villa. So basically, a Game Week 29 player. Pereira doesn't do the same thing, and I'm not too confident in the Leicester defense. So these are my transfers right now. Now it does look like a -4 hit right now, but you could see -8 hit. So we would go back to FPL. I don't have enough money. Now this stinks. So I could get rid of Salah and just get Son. This is a possibility. But the way that Tottenham are playing, I can only trust Kane right now. There's a reason I'm not getting Dyer. And I don't want to get rid of Fernandez. I want to kind of test them out and see who plays better. And I'll probably get rid of the one that plays worse. There's no one I really want to get rid of right now. So it's probably going to have to be Pope. Now this stinks, but I'm not going to play Sanchez. However, in Game Week 29, Sanchez does play Newcastle. Martinez plays Tottenham. So this is the one game week where I can get ahead of managers that just have Martinez. Maybe get save points, but I expect Tottenham to score a couple goals. So for this reason, I think Sanchez versus Newcastle, they just have a better chance to get a clean sheet. Newcastle have been looking really poor. I'm pretty sure Cal Wilson's going to be out for a very, very long time. He's not going to be back by then. Sure, they scored a goal on United, but this could be a risk. But I do think he's the best goalie just because he has the gaming 29 advantage in that fixture. Should have an advantage in that fixture. So yeah, I think I'm going to take a -8 hit. Not really that confident because I'm not bench boosting this time. So now let's get into the chip strategy. So I think I'm going to use my triple captain. I have my triple captain ready and my wild card ready. They're in my back pocket right now. I don't want to use my wild card till gaming 30 or 31. Right now it looks like 31 is probably the best because these gaming 29 single fixtures are actually decent in gaming 30. And there's no point of getting rid of a team that actually has good fixtures. And 31 is when they turn, and I just want to take advantage of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fixtures, or game weeks. Possible 8 fixtures, but there's going to be doubles and blanks, obviously. Small ones, but I want to take advantage of this over the other managers. And yeah, so I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to triple captain Kane, to be honest. Now, there's a DCL gang. Yesterday, all the hype started pouring up. But to be honest, he's not on penalties. I wouldn't triple captain Salah right now. He's on bad form, and just Liverpool are really bad. Fernandes, he plays Chelsea, and you're really relying on that Crystal Palace fixture just because Chelsea are defensively solid. Obviously, anything can happen. I mean, for goodness sakes, Loden can get the best points return if he scores 5 goals, but I think that Harry Kane has probably a better chance of scoring. Now, I did look into this. Harry Kane is returning a lot more against the bottom teams than the upper teams. Burnley and Fulham at the very bottom almost. Then he has Crystal Palace. He does play in Gaming 29, which is great. Like I already said, I'm going to probably 100% make this transfer. So I just think that he's a better captain. He's more reliable. Now, if DCL scores against Southampton, I don't know how I'm going to feel going into the West Brom game, but the risk is there with DCL. Who knows, he could even be benched. However, with Kane, almost guaranteed to start. I mean, he started almost every game except when he's injured. He plays 90 minutes. He's on penalties, which is great. Another source. And if he scores a goal in both games, I'll be happy. So, to be honest, a lot of people hype up the triple captaincy chip. I know somebody can get really unlucky and come out with like 4 points, 6 points, whatever. Someone can come out with 20 plus points. Someone can come out with 50 plus points. It just depends whether your player decides to score or not with the whole situation. But really, you kind of have to go on form and fixtures. Now, I know Tottenham's form isn't great. In the last game against West Ham, though, Kane did get very, very unlucky. Son hit the post, but Kane looked like a better player in that game. He really should have scored, and I just think that these 2 fixtures are great for him. So that's the reason why I'm triple captaining Kane, and for now, this is my plan. My -8 hit. Last time, the double game week 19, I believe, I took a -12 hit, and I bench boosted. This propelled my rank. I went from, I don't even know what I was at. I think I was at the 400Ks, maybe not, maybe I was at 200Ks, to 25K right now. Completely changed my rank. I know I benched, I think, over 100 points on my bench in 4 game weeks, which is crazy, but I had all these great players. I didn't have to rush to get in players, kind of just take my time. A lot of people were bringing in players I already had. So for this reason, I think double game week is probably the best game week to get in players, get in ahead of the curve, because you can take these hits and they can actually pay off. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you enjoyed my other videos, you can come check them out. I upload at least once every game week. If you enjoy them, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps. We just passed 100 subs. I'm really excited. Thank you guys so much. I'm hoping I can do this. I'm hoping I can do the next FPL season next year. So thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video.